We finally got a new Fire Emblem game announced, and while many people are excited for it, many questions about it still remain. The most predominant question currently is if this game is a sequel or a prequel. In this video, we will discuss the arguments used for both sides to see what could be the most likely scenario. What are the arguments used for it being a prequel? One of the main points going around is the fact that a Nabatean, a Manakete, is shown freely showing their pointy ears around, without hiding them. This would suggest that this is a time period where they wouldn't need to be hiding themselves yet, such as the past. Another argument used is the presence of Sothis herself. After the events of Three Houses, Sothis is pretty much gone, so it would have been impossible for her to have grown up, let alone show back again. Sothis did look older in the past before dying to Nemesis, so this could explain why she looks older in this game still. And speaking of Nemesis, many pointed out that there seems to be someone who looks a lot like a potential young Nemesis in the trailer. Lastly, the whole ancient Rome-like place we seem to be in seems to suggest that we are in a time period long before the events of Three Houses have started, and these are most of the points used for the prequel side. As for the sequel side, many believe that Sothis is bigger due to aging up instead, which would suggest due to her Manakete nature that many years have passed since the events of Three Houses. Not only that, but the presence of a character holding a gun would suggest that the time period has more advanced technology compared to the period of Three Houses. But the strongest points in favor of it being a sequel seem to be the presence of crests and relics. According to Three Houses, they were created only after the slaughter of Zenato by Nemesis. If this was a prequel, how could characters have crests and relic weapons already out and about? Not only that, but Kai, the boy protagonist, has the same crest as Yuri, but Yuri's crest was given directly by Aubin, so no one else should have it yet. Some counterpoints to these arguments have been made though. For example, the crests and relics may have been retconned at worst, and at best they are either artificial weapons like Edelgard's Aimer, or those who slither in the dark already had created some crests and weapons before the Zenato massacre. It is also quite possible regarding Kai having the same crest as Yuri, that he received it in the same way Yuri did. Nothing is preventing the original Apostle from passing it to Kai. In fact, for all we know, the Apostle could be Kai. Writing Sothis back in somehow wouldn't be too hard either, though. They can simply create a reason, such as her reincarnating to bring her back in a sequel. That being said, there is a third option in this whole war between sequel and prequel that not many have noticed yet. The possibility of this being a parallel universe is also there. Not only has it already been done before with Three Hopes, but it would help not create the landmine that a prequel would be to not create plot holes, while also avoiding opening the can of worms of a possible canon route. This could be a what-if scenario of Sothis never being killed by Nemesis. It would also explain why there seems to be so many good points for both being a prequel and a sequel, because in the end, it's neither. In the end, we will still need to wait some time to get more info about the game for us to know for certain which of these is the truth. What about you? Which one do you believe to be the case for the new Fire Emblem, a prequel, sequel, or a parallel universe like Three Hopes? Comment down below, and thanks for watching.